Good morning. How are you? Well, it's the second day of the new year. Hard to believe. I don't know, somehow. I don't know why. It's windy, but it's warmer. And it's really a beautiful day out. It strikes me that it's going to be a long time before we're going to have anything like a regular life. My wife Holly and I went to a place, Bavarian Inn, yesterday, and we're very cautious like you are, and we called ahead and we thought we'd just use it as a destination to drive to. It's in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, so I don't know, 40-minute drive. And I used to drive my motorcycle out there because the pathway's so pretty. But we made a deal with the place. They had an outdoor tent open to the air. Nobody was in it, and they had heaters. And so we got a drink and a cup of soup there. I talked to the owner, and he says they're not going to really be in business until 2025. That's the forecast in the restaurant hotel business. So, it's a shame, but I've heard this from other restaurants. I've never heard a date as late as 2025. So that's something to keep in mind when you're thinking of going out for outside dining or anything like that. The Hill continues to be an amazement. Let's talk about the present, and let's talk about where the Hill has to go to be relevant to the people. Where we are today is media is talking about the challenges to the electors as if somehow that's regular and ordinary. And it's not. And here's why. If I'm going to challenge the electors, I should have cause to do that. So I should have actual proof of fraud, of widespread fraud. And presumably it wouldn't just be in the battleground states. Both sides be doing it? I don't know. But here's the problem with the fiction. The problem with the fiction is, of course it makes no sense because there are no facts to back it up. So they just say, well, there's fraud. And it's only against us Republicans, and it's only in the battleground states. And so therefore, those should flip over, only those states, and Trump should be president. Okay, so we have had all the counts and recounts, 90 court cases turned down. The Supreme Court has turned down a case. The electors chose Biden in the Electoral College, and now it's before the Senate for the ministerial act of Pence to say, we lost the election, Biden is the president. And he doesn't say we lost the election. He just announces the numbers. He's been sued in court to enlarge his powers to do something that the Constitution doesn't provide for. And that case has been dismissed as well. So in the first instance, what we have in the Senate is, in my opinion, a gaggle of corrupt legislators who are attacking our democracy without any proof whatsoever that there's any cause or reason to attack it, without any evidence whatsoever that there is fraud in the several states that they identify. And it reduces to a seditious and traitorous act that these men, and maybe there'll be some women, in the House and the Senate are going to take up the time of the House and the Senate in a frivolous challenge, which in the end will be denied. Now, maybe we're not always charged with giving confidence to the people of our various governmental functions, but I think this is a special case. We're talking about the chief executive of the nation, who oversees one of the three departments of government. One person, one chief executive. I frankly think these people should be barred from the chambers. I think they should be investigated and prosecuted. I think the lawyers should be disbarred who are involved in this. And I also think that we have to look at what they have done to agree with others in and out of government to create this event on January the 6th. I don't think anything less than that's satisfactory. Okay, so what's the second part of what the Senate should be doing? The second part is, what are we doing that's productive? Let's take something that occupied a lot of last year. Protests about police racism, compromising men and women and children of color just by the fact of their color, killing them literally for small and perhaps bogus and unproven charges. There's an act that passed the House, it's in the Senate, and if access to government and protest means anything, the Congress, the Senate should consider it, hold hearings on it, make amendments to the bill that was proposed, named after George Floyd, who was one of the victims of police racism. And there are other issues that we have to deal with if we're a nation that's really serious about governing. So those are my two things on my mind. Get out if the weather's nice where you are. I understand there's a cold front coming in, and I don't know when that'll be here, but it's not today. So nice talking to you. Be well. Bye-bye.